Fucking hell.
Hello, Real British Media. How are you this evening? Okay, so for those who are with me currently, I have just arrived outside the Britannia Hotel in Canary Wharf. There is a big police presence here, although I'm not seeing any type of demonstration or any groups of locals at all. But earlier it was quote unquote kicking off because an alleged migrant, someone who's believed but not confirmed to have been staying in this hotel, broke into a blind woman's home. Oh yes, I do have people with me. So here we have the amazing independent journalist Jack Hadfield.
Hello.
How are you doing tonight, Jack?
Doing alright, tired, long day.
Yeah. Waterloo this morning.
Here.
And then here tonight, and then young Bob is floating around here somewhere. I think that's over them. Sorry, it really has been a long day. I think that's young Bob over there in the double denim. So yeah, not much is going on. As I said, I'm literally seeing zero protesters. Just trying to get a count of police vehicles. Oh, so well, that's leaving. Okay guys, so it does seem that there isn't really anything going on, so this probably isn't going to be a very long live stream. I don't know if I can turn the camera around. Let me give it a go. Oh, hello. Hi everyone. Well, good evening. So yeah, this is probably going to be a really short live stream. This was more just for me to get down here and show you what was going on, if there was anything. There's a couple of guys here that have just come, protesters, but... Hey, are you alright?
Sorry, Al.
Oh, goodness me. So yeah, it really doesn't seem like anything is going on. Yeah, so someone in the chat just confirmed for us that he did go into a blind lady's house. The police released him back into the hotel, saying that no crime was committed. I will fact check that, but if that is true, that's absolutely abhorrent. No crime committed, breaking and entering into a woman's home who was disabled, because I did hear that it was her carer who was the one that found him in the house. So imagine how terrifying that must be. Imagine not being able to see and your carer telling you that there was a strange man in your house and you being none the wiser. And furthermore, the police not really doing anything about it. So yeah, obviously someone has just correctly said in the chat that the reason that there is, possibly the reason why no one is here, is because there was a dispersal order. However, obviously, dispersal orders, specifically this one, I do believe they only applied to people that were here at the time. So this would not include myself, young Bob. This would not include any other protesters that turned up, but obviously it's quite late, so chances are nothing's going to happen. But yeah, I just thought I'd come down anyway. I was back on my way back from Waterlooville, where Suella Braverman was actually the first MP. I believe she's the first MP who has like significant involvement with Westminster to speak at a anti-migrant hotel, protest. So that is quite significant. And I did manage to interview her, but I was actually doing a demo. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say, but I'm always excited to share my journey with you guys. So I was doing today in Waterlooville, I was doing a demo for Rebel News, and hopefully, if all goes well, you'll start seeing me on their channel. But yeah, so that is not my footage, so it won't be coming out on my channel, but when it comes out I'll be posting links and everything, because I managed to get a short interview with her. So yeah, I believe I'm probably going to be wrapping up. As I said, this was just a really quick one. Wow, we haven't even been live for 6 minutes. So yeah, shortest live stream ever, probably. But either way, I just thought it was worth coming down just in case, you know, because I'd always rather come and have nothing to report on than miss out on something, and especially make you guys miss out on something. So I thought I'd just come down anyway. And yeah. Bob has wandered off somewhere. Not quite sure where he's actually gone. Jack, did you see where Bob went?
No.
Oh, there he is, by the gate. Let's turn the camera around.
They've all just got in a van, Jack. All just got in that van.
So they've just moved a bunch of these migrants into a van, God knows where. Of course, this is now in response to a criminal invading a poor woman's house. So you can speak when you're dictating where to me to go, but you won't tell me, firstly, who they are, whether they're people hired by the hotel or they're illegal economic migrants, and now you're just going to move them without even speaking to me. Can I see your like reference number or badge number?
SIA badge.
Yeah, SIA badge, that's the one. No?
Under the national security, you actually have to hand over
Yeah.
your SIA badge when a member of public asks you for your SIA.
Can I see it, please? Would you even speak to me? Are you even going to stare at me? And he turns his camera on. This is the type of thuggish behaviour you expect with people taking advantage of the system. I mean, do you even have any sympathy for a woman in care who's blind, who now has to look over, she can't even look at the people entering her house. Hello, my illegal friends, how are we doing? Bye-bye. We don't know where you're going, but see you later. This is what I mean. The foreign policy of Keir Starmer and also the 14 years under the Tory government is essentially, we don't know where they are and we don't really concern ourselves with who they are. Now look, this is in response from the police section 35ing a local demonstration in response for a woman who an illegal invader went into his household. Now, here's the issue. I don't believe the police should possess the degree of authority to, of course, regulate peaceful protests. Of course, if this was like Epping, we would have seen protesters up until 10 o'clock, but unfortunately the authoritarian Metropolitan Police believes that they can dictate the policies of the British public. So these continued protests are going to continue to happen. And this is just a degree of third worldism, because what you're now seeing is that people are now no longer emotionally impressed with these events, right? We saw yesterday in Epping and now we're seeing it today in Canary Wharf. No one's impressed anymore. People are already going to assume that these things are going to happen. And it just demonstrates that third worldism is being imported into the United Kingdom. Yeah, it's illegal to do it. And the reason being is because they hire a bunch of Somali security guards who aren't properly trained in security and of course don't want to publicly see themselves, because although they're taking benefit of Westminster contracts, they are cowards towards who they're getting paid for. They are the Judases of this world who are getting paid for 30 pieces of silver.
I was going to say, Bob, did you see any of the migrants being put into the taxi just
Yes.
now? Okay.
Bunch of them.
They
said
how many of them?
there were like 10 of them, and they screamed, "Get in, get in!" Like a
Did you get it on video?
yeah.
Okay, great.
Okay guys, so young Bob managed to get that on video, so as soon as that's posted I'll be, tagging it and posting it on my own socials as well, so you'll be able to see that. Also, speaking of other protests, I do believe that there is one to kick off tomorrow in Epping. Oh, 1 second.
Okay, can you see them come in? Oh, yeah, there they are.
Fucking hell! Look at them!
Being, bust into a taxi.
Yeah, all
Interesting.
going
Okay.
inside. That's,
Yeah, wow.
That's fucked up, son.
Okay, so we've seen what we believe is a bunch of illegal migrants in the hotel have just been essentially bussed into some kind of taxi or whatever it was, wherever they're going. Obviously they wouldn't tell us. Young Bob was also asking for the security guard's badge number, and he just totally blanked him. He didn't even say no, he just acted as if young Bob wasn't even there, which I'm pretty sure in itself is not legal. If someone requests your badge number, you have to give it to them. So, also, while there are people on here, I'm going to be going live at Epping tomorrow at about 6 o'clock. If you'd like to join me, then I'd love to have you. And as I'm here, obviously it costs to get down here. Luckily today I was just on my way from Waterlooville. But if you would be so kind as to go over to subscribe to my Patreon or make a donation to my Buy Me a Coffee, it helps to cover the costs of travel, equipment, and also renting out podcast studios, because I've recently released the Speak Freely podcast, which is my new podcast, which I'm really excited. Episode 2 is airing this Friday at 7:30 p.m. So yeah, this has been a very short one. I'm not going to wrap up just yet. I just don't know if there's going to be anything going on, but I'm going to keep streaming, I'd say, for maybe another 10-15 minutes. And then if still nothing happens, I'll probably end the stream. But thank you to everyone who joined me at such short notice.
You know what I mean?
You okay with being on camera?
I don't want to be on camera, that's okay.
No worries.
If you know about the sunglasses man, have you ever seen the sunglasses man with this little camera?
No.
Are you not spitting, Cam? He's a little pro-Palestine person. And
Where do illegals get sent to? Well, firstly, Rwanda's off the list, so where did they go?
we have an issue. Not only do we not know the individuals housed in this hotel, we don't even know who you are, because you won't give us the required documentation, you coward.
They haven't got the documentation to probably be here either.
Well, they don't have good English skills, and they're all face masked because they're cowards.
New hotel when your residents are just out, just walking in people's houses and shit, like, the fuck? What's wrong with you lot? Well, that is fucked up. What's going on? You can't live there, bro.
Timmy, are you staying at the hotel?
Probably not dropping, probably doing a food delivery.
Well, he hasn't got any food.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, because everyone tries to take their food out and snatch it and throw it and shit.
So I don't know who this gentleman is, and yeah, I was just interested to see if he got a response from the security guard. I couldn't tell what they were saying, but he did shout something and then got a shout back. So I don't know who he is. I don't know if he's delivering something or staying here or what, but he's walked off now. Just look at this hotel. Britannia, International, London. Big, swinging, spinning door. Shiny gold railings. I bet whoever built this hotel or whoever opened it to the public for the first time, I wonder what their reaction would be if they saw what it was being used for now. If they'd be proud. So someone just asked where all the people are. So when we got here, there was actually no one. A dispersal order had been set earlier before we got here. We were reporting from Waterlooville, which is why it took us a little bit of extra time getting here today. There are still police here, although the cars actually look empty, so I'm not sure. But yeah, there aren't really any people here. In fact, I think it's just me, Jack Hadfield and young Bob, and then there's two gentlemen that turned up, but I'm not sure who they are.
Yeah, we're alright. We're just outside of Britannia right now.
So I'm probably going to wrap up now. Oh, I can just see someone hovering over the road. I'm not sure if he's coming over here. Just maybe have a look at something in the hotel.
The state that the United Kingdom is tragic. I mean, ultimately, journalism has now been deferred to activists in terms of news that we receive of people who are undocumented. It seems like the consistent ethos of government is to remain these people undocumented for as much as possible. We have them here in which we don't know who they are because these gates are currently restricting public access to hotels which are now being paid by taxpayers. Then they are randomly busted out in the middle of the night so people don't see it, reporters in the legacy media don't report on it, and local police don't notify us on it. The only time that the police are involved locally with residents are when they want to restrict the movement of protesters. So this is what I said before. The United Kingdom are currently unimpressed emotionally to events like this. It demonstrates a degree of third worldism that right now what is assumed and to be expected of these events like this is for undocumented foreigners to invade our lands, to invade our houses, to take advantage of British women, and it is utterly disgusting that for two successive governments, both in the Labour and Conservative spheres, we do not see a strong migration policy, or even the Conservatives to admit, the people on the right, that they had a problem with the way that they managed migration.
Yep, absolutely. Oh my goodness, so yeah, it's very, very doubtful that we're going to be able to get the security officer to interact with us at all.
Excuse me, my undocumented fellow. Do you want to engage in how ultimately you're taking financial advantage of these hotels in which now you could be potentially ruining the tourist economy of business district areas? Because again, I'll say this again, any single individual person or company hired to house these undocumented economic migrants are complicit in the foreign invasion of this United Kingdom, and right now you're overseeing the managed decline of this United Kingdom. Because there should be no reason, firstly, why you're face masked, secondly, why you won't identify yourself, and thirdly, whilst you won't speak to us.
If a person asks to see your SAE, you have to show them.
Yeah, you have to.
Westbury train station. Okay. Yeah.
Is your SAE even real, boss?
No, you can get those qualifications.
Okay, I'll get there.
What was that?
I've got the guys, I've talked to the one who chased them off to begin with.
Oh yeah.
So I need to get to Westbury train station.
What now?
Well, the India.
Get in there now.
Okay guys, so I think that is going to be it for this one. I am going to wrap up now. Ooh, sorry, the wind's blowing hair all in my face. Yeah, I'm going to wrap up now. Will you be attending? Yes, of course I'm going to be there on September 13th. I plan to be covering it. And young Bob is speaking at the event, so as many of you as possible, please get down there on September the 13th. It's going to be an amazing day. It's going to be huge. Thousands and thousands and thousands of people are estimated to turn up, so it's not one you're going to want to miss. So yeah, thank you all for joining me on this kind of impromptu live stream. It was very last minute, so I appreciate every single one of you that joined me. And I will see you tomorrow at in Epping at around 6 to 6:30. See you guys.
I think normally it's like around 3 to 6ish, sometime around then.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.